Don't skip. How to instantly see someone's true colors. Just look for these 5 signs. Buddhism. To understand someone's true nature, pay attention to just 5 things. Buddhism. Welcome to Buddhist in your life. Before you think about skipping ahead, let me ask you something. How well do you really know the people around you, or even yourself? What I'm about to share isn't just another quick list of personality quizzes or shallow tips. It's a deep look into ancient Buddhist teachings, a philosophy so meaningful that it has influenced how people see human nature for over 2,500 years. Today, we're exploring 5 key signs, simple yet very powerful, that can reveal a person's true nature. And yes, these ideas are just as important in our busy modern world as they were in the time of Buddha. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and get ready to rethink what it means to truly understand someone. These 5 timeless ideas won't just change how you view others. They'll encourage you to live with more clarity, honesty, and wisdom. Number 1. Treating those who can't help unveiling a person's true character has long been a subject of fascination and contemplation, both in philosophy and daily life. One of the most profound ways to understand someone's inner values is to observe how they treat individuals who hold no power over them or offer no clear benefit in return. This principle is deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings, emphasizing the importance of compassion and genuine kindness in our interactions. In the teachings of Buddhism, the way we treat others, especially those in seemingly insignificant roles, reflects our inner state and spiritual maturity. The Buddha taught that every act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to the cultivation of mindfulness and compassion. By observing how someone interacts with service workers, subordinates, or strangers, we gain insight into their true nature and the depth of their understanding of interconnectedness. These interactions strip away the masks people often wear to impress others, revealing whether their kindness is genuine or merely a strategic tool for personal gain. In an increasingly transactional world, this perspective offers a timeless way to assess not just others, but also ourselves. It encourages us to look beyond superficial exchanges and recognize the inherent value in every human being. At the heart of this concept lies the way people engage with those who are often overlooked or undervalued in society. A genuine smile, a heartfelt thank you, or a simple gesture of acknowledgement to someone delivering a meal or ringing up groceries may seem inconsequential. Yet, these small acts carry immense weight, reflecting a person's respect for shared humanity and their understanding of the Buddhist principle of interconnectedness. When a person holds the door for a stranger or offers to help someone struggling with their bags, they demonstrate a level of compassion and selflessness that transcends societal norms and fosters a sense of community and mutual respect. In contrast, someone who dismisses these individuals with irritation or indifference exposes a deeper truth about their character, one rooted in selfishness, entitlement, or a lack of empathy. Buddhism teaches that such behavior stems from ignorance and the illusion of a separate self, failing to recognize the fundamental interconnectedness of all beings. By overlooking these subtle but profound tests of character, individuals miss opportunities to cultivate compassion and wisdom in their daily lives. Accidental everyday interactions also serve as subtle but profound tests of character. Imagine someone walking briskly through a crowded street and being bumped into by an elderly individual. The compassionate response, guided by Buddhist mindfulness, might be a reassuring smile or a soft, "no worries," acknowledging the moment with kindness and understanding. On the other hand, the impatient individual might react with annoyance or even aggression, revealing a lack of mindfulness and compassion. These unscripted moments of inconvenience provide a rare, unfiltered glimpse into how a person truly views others. Are they quick to assume malice, or do they extend the benefit of the doubt and respond with empathy? Buddhism provides a valuable framework for navigating these interactions, recognizing that while we cannot control external events or how others behave, we can always control our own responses. These responses reflect the values guiding our behavior and our ability to live harmoniously with others. By practicing mindfulness and cultivating compassion, we align our actions with the deeper truths of Buddhism, fostering a sense of peace and connection in every interaction. Moreover, Buddhist philosophy encourages us to view every person we encounter as a teacher, offering lessons in patience, kindness, and understanding. Each interaction is an opportunity to practice the Eightfold Path, particularly right action and right mindfulness. This perspective transforms everyday encounters into meaningful opportunities for personal growth and spiritual development. In an age where genuine human connection can often feel scarce, embracing these Buddhist principles allows us to build more authentic and compassionate relationships. It reminds us that our true character is revealed not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, everyday acts of kindness and respect we extend to others. By shifting our focus from how we are perceived by those in power to how we treat every individual with inherent dignity, we cultivate a more compassionate and interconnected world. Ultimately, the essence of Buddhist teaching lies in recognizing the intrinsic value of every individual and the profound impact of our actions on the collective well-being. By observing and embodying these principles in our daily lives, we not only unveil our true character, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate society. This timeless wisdom offers a guiding light, helping us navigate the complexities of human interactions with grace, empathy, and unwavering kindness. Extending kindness to the vulnerable. Another revealing dimension lies in how someone interacts with vulnerable groups, such as the homeless or marginalized communities. In the context of Buddhism, the act of stopping to offer spare change, a warm greeting, or even a moment of acknowledgement requires no great effort, yet it demonstrates a profound sense of humanity and compassion. Ignoring or dismissing such individuals, however, often signals a deeper disconnection from the shared struggles of life and the fundamental Buddhist principle of interdependence. The Buddha taught that all beings are interconnected, emphasizing the importance of compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta, in our interactions. When we extend a hand to those who are marginalized or suffering, we are not only assisting them, but also nurturing our own hearts and minds. This interconnectedness suggests that when we fail to respect and uplift others, we are, in essence, neglecting a vital part of ourselves. By embracing and practicing compassion in these moments, we cultivate a sense of moral integrity and spiritual well-being that benefits both the giver and the receiver. Extending kindness in these moments not only benefits the recipient, but also reinforces the giver's own sense of moral integrity and mindfulness. These small, consistent acts of kindness ripple outward, creating a wave of positive energy that influences the broader community. While grand gestures often receive the most recognition, it is the quiet, unnoticed moments of humanity that build trust, inspire others, and reflect the true moral character of a person. In Buddhism, these subtle acts are seen as essential practices on the path to enlightenment, fostering a deep sense of connection and empathy towards all beings. The individual who consistently treats others with dignity, regardless of their social or economic status, embodies the virtues central to Buddhist teachings. They act not because they seek recognition or reward, but because they believe in the inherent worth and Buddha nature of every individual. This quiet consistency is a reflection of their inner values, cultivated through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and ethical conduct, sila. Their kindness, like a steady flame, illuminates not just their character, but also the lives of those they touch, embodying the Buddhist ideal of selfless compassion. Moreover, Buddhism encourages us to view every interaction as an opportunity to practice the Eightfold Path, particularly right action and right mindfulness. By being fully present and attentive in our dealings with others, especially those who are vulnerable, we honor the interconnectedness of all life and contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. These interactions become meaningful expressions of our commitment to reducing suffering and fostering a sense of unity and mutual respect. In an age where societal divisions and inequalities are increasingly visible, embracing Buddhist principles allows us to bridge gaps and heal wounds through simple yet profound acts of kindness. It reminds us that our true character is revealed not in grand gestures, but in the everyday acts of compassion and respect we extend to others. By shifting our focus from self-centered concerns to the well-being of all beings, we cultivate a more compassionate and interconnected world. Ultimately, the essence of Buddhist teaching lies in recognizing the intrinsic value of every individual and the profound impact of our actions on the collective well-being. By observing and embodying these principles in our daily lives, we not only unveil our true character, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate society. This timeless wisdom offers a guiding light, helping us navigate the complexities of human interactions with grace, empathy, and unwavering kindness. Extending kindness to the vulnerable. Another revealing dimension lies in how someone interacts with vulnerable groups, such as the homeless or marginalized communities. In the context of Buddhism, the act of stopping to offer spare change, a warm greeting, or even a moment of acknowledgement requires no great effort, yet it demonstrates a profound sense of humanity and compassion. Ignoring or dismissing such individuals, however, often signals a deeper disconnection from the shared struggles of life and the fundamental Buddhist principle of interdependence. The Buddha taught that all beings are interconnected, emphasizing the importance of compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta, in our interactions. When we extend a hand to those who are marginalized or suffering, we are not only assisting them, but also nurturing our own hearts and minds. This interconnectedness suggests that when we fail to respect and uplift others, we are, in essence, neglecting a vital part of ourselves. By embracing and practicing compassion in these moments, we cultivate a sense of moral integrity and spiritual well-being that benefits both the giver and the receiver. Extending kindness in these moments not only benefits the recipient, but also reinforces the giver's own sense of moral integrity and mindfulness. These small, consistent acts of kindness ripple outward, creating a wave of positive energy that influences the broader community. While grand gestures often receive the most recognition, it is the quiet, unnoticed moments of humanity that build trust, inspire others, and reflect the true moral character of a person. In Buddhism, these subtle acts are seen as essential practices on the path to enlightenment, fostering a deep sense of connection and empathy towards all beings. The individual who consistently treats others with dignity, regardless of their social or economic status, embodies the virtues central to Buddhist teachings. They act not because they seek recognition or reward, but because they believe in the inherent worth and Buddha nature of every individual. This quiet consistency is a reflection of their inner values, cultivated through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and ethical conduct, sila. Their kindness, like a steady flame, illuminates not just their character, but also the lives of those they touch, embodying the Buddhist ideal of selfless compassion. Moreover, Buddhism encourages us to view every interaction as an opportunity to practice the Eightfold Path, particularly right action and right mindfulness. By being fully present and attentive in our dealings with others, especially those who are vulnerable, we honor the interconnectedness of all life and contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. These interactions become meaningful expressions of our commitment to reducing suffering and fostering a sense of unity and mutual respect. In an age where societal divisions and inequalities are increasingly visible, embracing Buddhist principles allows us to bridge gaps and heal wounds through simple yet profound acts of kindness. It reminds us that our true character is revealed not in grand gestures, but in the everyday acts of compassion and respect we extend to others. By shifting our focus from self-centered concerns to the well-being of all beings, we cultivate a more compassionate and interconnected world. Ultimately, the essence of Buddhist teaching lies in recognizing the intrinsic value of every individual and the profound impact of our actions on the collective well-being. By observing and embodying these principles in our daily lives, we not only unveil our true character, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate society. This timeless wisdom offers a guiding light, helping us navigate the complexities of human interactions with grace, empathy, and unwavering kindness, thereby fostering a world where every act of compassion strengthens the bonds that unite us all. Living Buddhist virtues in a modern world. In today's fast-paced and often self-centered world, Buddhist principles are more relevant than ever. Acts such as helping a janitor clean up a spill or pausing to listen to a stranger in distress might not earn public applause. Yet these moments reflect an authentic moral compass rooted in compassion and mindfulness. As the Buddha taught, just as a mother would protect her only child with her life, even so let one cultivate a boundless heart towards all beings. In this way, the practice of kindness is not about display, but about living in alignment with one's values and understanding the interconnectedness of all life. Cultivating this awareness in ourselves requires ongoing reflection, mindfulness, and compassionate effort. How do we treat those who cannot offer us anything in return? Are we polite and considerate towards service workers, patient with others during moments of inconvenience, and compassionate toward those in need? These questions are not merely rhetorical. They challenge us to examine our behavior and align it with our Buddhist principles of compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within our control, our actions, our words, and our intentions, while letting go of the desire for external validation or recognition. When we treat others with dignity and kindness, we cultivate not only a good reputation, but also inner peace and spiritual growth. These small, consistent acts of compassion create ripples of positive energy that enhance our own well-being and contribute to a more harmonious society. In practicing mindfulness, we become more aware of our interactions and can respond with greater empathy and understanding. Moreover, Buddhism teaches that every act of kindness, no matter how small, is a step towards reducing suffering in the world and fostering a sense of unity and interconnectedness. By embodying these virtues in our daily lives, we not only enhance our own spiritual journey, but also inspire others to live with greater compassion and integrity. In an age where genuine human connection can often feel scarce, embracing Buddhist virtues allows us to build more meaningful and compassionate relationships. It reminds us that our true character is revealed not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, everyday acts of kindness and respect we extend to others. By shifting our focus from self-centered concerns to the well-being of all beings, we cultivate a more compassionate and interconnected world, achieving inner peace and contributing to collective harmony. Ultimately, living Buddhist virtues in a modern world means embodying compassion, mindfulness, and interconnectedness in every action. It is through these daily practices that we can navigate the complexities of contemporary life with grace, empathy, and unwavering kindness, fostering a society where every individual's inherent worth is recognized and honored. The lesson here is timeless and universal. The way someone treats people who can neither help nor harm them is the truest measure of their character. This principle is as applicable in the workplace as it is in personal life. In the context of Buddhism, consider a leader who consistently respects their employees, listens to their concerns, and fosters a positive environment, even when no one is watching. The Buddha emphasized the importance of right action and right intention, encouraging individuals to act with integrity and compassion in all circumstances. The goal is not just to judge others, but to use these observations as a guide for self-improvement. By striving to treat everyone with fairness and respect, we become role models in our own right, embodying the Buddhist virtues of loving kindness, metta, and compassion, karuna. Buddhism teaches that the pursuit of virtue is a lifelong journey, one marked by the daily choices we make in our interactions with others. These choices, no matter how small, define the legacy we leave behind. By embracing mindfulness and ethical conduct, sila, we cultivate habits that reflect our inner values and contribute to our spiritual growth. In embracing these lessons, we create a ripple effect of positivity that transcends individual interactions. By consistently practicing kindness, empathy, and respect, we contribute to a more harmonious and interconnected world. True character, after all, is not about what we say, but about what we do when no one is watching. It is through these actions that we find meaning and purpose, not only in our own lives, but in the broader fabric of humanity. Buddhism teaches that our actions have far-reaching effects, influencing not only ourselves, but also the collective well-being of all beings. Such is the enduring wisdom of Buddhism, offering a guide not only for evaluating others, but for living with integrity, compassion, and resilience. By embodying these Buddhist principles, we navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and empathy. We become beacons of light in our communities, demonstrating that true strength lies in our ability to act with kindness and uphold the dignity of every individual. This timeless and universal lesson encourages us to live thoughtfully and compassionately, leaving a lasting positive impact on the world around us. Number 2, handling minor inconveniences. How we respond to minor inconveniences reveals our true character. How we respond to minor inconveniences in life, those everyday irritations like slow traffic, misplaced items, or a delayed coffee order, provides a profound window into our true character. These moments, often dismissed as trivial, are significant in revealing the depth of our emotional resilience and self-control. As the Buddha wisely taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This enduring Buddhist principle encourages us to look inward, offering unguarded glimpses of who we truly are when faced with life's smaller disruptions. In many ways, these small moments test our ability to embody patience, adaptability, and understanding, the cornerstones of Buddhist mindfulness and compassion. The rawness of our reactions to minor inconveniences lays bare our authentic selves, as they often occur without conscious thought. Consider the individual whose meal arrives slightly cold at a restaurant. One person might express frustration or disappointment, while another calmly requests a solution with kindness. The difference is striking, showing the former's lack of emotional regulation and the latter's composed demeanor rooted in mindfulness. Similarly, during a traffic jam, one driver may honk their horn in anger, spreading tension to everyone around them, while another might use the delay to listen to an enlightening podcast, meditate, or simply practice acceptance. These scenarios demonstrate that how we handle the small inconveniences of life often matters more than the grand gestures of calmness we exhibit in planned situations, where maintaining a composed facade is easier. Buddhism teaches us to embrace the present moment with equanimity, recognizing that our reactions shape our experience of reality. Work environments also amplify the significance of handling minor setbacks. Imagine a technical glitch or a delayed email response. Does the person in question escalate the problem with frustration, or do they pause to consider actionable solutions with a calm and clear mind? The one who reacts calmly not only resolves the issue more efficiently, but also sets a tone of collaboration and understanding within their team. These reactions ripple outward, impacting workplace culture and interpersonal dynamics. A composed response fosters harmony, while a short-tempered reaction creates unnecessary tension, underscoring the Buddhist idea that you, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. The beauty of these moments is that they are opportunities for growth. Handling life's minor disruptions with grace signals an ability to adapt, a key trait of resilience cultivated through Buddhist practices such as mindfulness and meditation. A person who smiles and accepts the wrong coffee order, perhaps even using the opportunity to thank the barista, demonstrates inner peace and the wisdom to prioritize their emotional well-being over fleeting frustrations. Such actions show maturity and emotional intelligence, the hallmark of Buddhist mindfulness in practice. By reframing inconveniences as opportunities for mindfulness and compassion rather than annoyances to endure, individuals cultivate a mindset that values peace over chaos and thoughtful action over reactive behavior. Conversely, poor handling of minor irritations often creates a negative ripple effect. Someone who explodes in anger over slow internet speeds may inadvertently sour the mood of everyone around them. These knee-jerk reactions betray an inability to regulate emotions, which can erode relationships and increase personal stress. Worse still, they can make small issues feel disproportionately large, pulling us further from the equanimity the Buddha so highly regarded. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Dwelling on inconveniences magnifies their impact, while choosing to rise above them diminishes their hold over us. Minor inconveniences are not just challenges, but also mirrors reflecting our inner world. They reveal how we cope with life's unpredictability and show whether we bring peace or discord into our daily interactions. Handling these moments with patience, positivity, and emotional control is not just about preserving our own serenity, but also about creating a more harmonious environment for others. When we choose calm over chaos, we inspire those around us to do the same, embodying the Buddhist ideal of being a source of peace in the storms of daily life. This strength of character, practiced consistently, transforms not just us, but also our communities, reminding us that the principles of Buddhism are timeless tools for navigating both the monumental and the mundane. Moreover, Buddhism encourages us to view every inconvenience as a chance to practice the Noble Eightfold Path, particularly right mindfulness and right effort. By being fully present and aware of our emotions and reactions, we can respond to challenges with wisdom and compassion rather than impulsive reactions. This mindful approach allows us to break free from habitual patterns of stress and irritation, fostering a sense of inner calm and balance. In addition, the practice of metta, loving kindness meditation, can enhance our ability to respond to minor irritations with kindness and understanding. By regularly cultivating feelings of goodwill towards ourselves and others, we strengthen our capacity to remain compassionate and patient in the face of everyday annoyances. This not only improves our personal well-being, but also contributes to a more compassionate and supportive community. Furthermore, Buddhism teaches the concept of impermanence, anicca, reminding us that all things, including our frustrations and annoyances, are temporary. By recognizing the transient nature of our inconveniences, we can maintain a broader perspective and reduce the tendency to overreact. This understanding helps us to let go of negative emotions more easily, promoting a state of mental and emotional resilience. Another important aspect is the principle of non-attachment, anatta. By not clinging to our desires for things to go a certain way, we become more adaptable and less prone to frustration when faced with unexpected changes or delays. This flexibility allows us to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and ease, maintaining our peace of mind even in less than ideal circumstances. Moreover, engaging in regular mindfulness practices, such as meditation or mindful breathing, can enhance our ability to remain calm and centered during minor disruptions. These practices train our minds to stay present and focused, reducing the likelihood of becoming overwhelmed by stress or irritation. Over time, this cultivates a more resilient and composed demeanor, enabling us to handle life's ups and downs with greater ease. Incorporating Buddhist teachings into our daily lives also means embracing the idea of interdependence, the understanding that our actions affect not only ourselves but also those around us. By responding to minor inconveniences with patience and kindness, we contribute to a more harmonious and supportive environment. This interconnectedness fosters a sense of community and mutual respect, reinforcing the importance of treating others with compassion and understanding. Ultimately, the way we respond to minor inconveniences is a reflection of our inner state and our commitment to Buddhist principles. By approaching life's small challenges with mindfulness, compassion, and equanimity, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that enhances our overall well-being. These practices not only improve our personal lives, but also contribute to a more peaceful and compassionate society. In conclusion, minor inconveniences are not merely obstacles to be endured, but opportunities to practice and embody the teachings of Buddhism. They offer valuable lessons in patience, compassion, and emotional regulation, helping us to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. By handling these moments with grace and mindfulness, we reveal our true character and contribute to a more harmonious and interconnected world. Embracing these Buddhist principles allows us to navigate the complexities of modern life with wisdom and serenity, fostering a life of purpose, peace, and profound connection with all beings. Number 3. Time and commitments. Unveiling true character through the stewardship of time. One of the most profound ways to uncover someone's true character is to observe how they treat the most precious resource we all possess, time. In Buddhist philosophy, time is regarded not just as a sequence of moments, but as an invaluable gift that shapes our existence and spiritual journey. The Buddha taught that mindful use of time reflects our priorities, values, and the depth of our self-discipline. If you take a moment to watch how someone interacts with their commitments and schedules, you'll begin to see the intricate map of their inner values unfold. Punctuality, for instance, is a simple but powerful indicator of mindfulness and respect. When someone consistently arrives on time, they are demonstrating a deep respect for their own time and the time of others. This act of punctuality is not merely about adhering to schedules, but about honoring the interconnectedness of all beings and the collective effort required to foster harmonious relationships. Contrast this with an individual who is perpetually late. Chronic tardiness might seem trivial, but it often points to deeper issues, such as a lack of mindfulness, disorganization, or even an inflated sense of self-importance. In Buddhism, such behavior can be seen as a manifestation of ignorance, avidya, and attachment, upadana, where the individual is attached to their own sense of time and importance, disregarding the flow of interconnected lives around them. Imagine someone showing up late to an important event or meeting, repeatedly inconveniencing others. Their actions silently declare, "My time is more valuable than yours." Would you trust someone with such a mindset? Buddhism encourages us to measure others not by their words, but by their actions. How someone manages their time is a reflection of their inner state and their understanding of the impermanent nature of existence, anicca. Commitment and reliability. Reflecting inner integrity. Equally telling is how someone handles their commitments, especially under pressure. Think about a colleague or friend who consistently meets deadlines, even when the stakes are high. Their reliability doesn't just demonstrate discipline, it builds trust and fosters a sense of community. In Buddhist terms, this reliability is an expression of ethical conduct, sila, and right intention, samma sankappa, which are integral parts of the Noble Eightfold Path. It shows that they are living in harmony with their values and contributing positively to the well-being of others. Compare this to someone who routinely makes promises they fail to keep, disrupting group dynamics and eroding credibility. In Buddhism, failing to honor commitments can be seen as a breach of ethical conduct and a lack of mindfulness. It reflects a disconnection from the principles of honesty, satya, and integrity, sila, which are essential for personal growth and harmonious living. How do the people around you honor their promises, whether in personal relationships or professional settings? Do their actions align with their words? Buddhism teaches that integrity and ethical behavior are crucial for reducing suffering and cultivating a peaceful mind. By observing how others manage their time and commitments, we gain insight into their character and their alignment with these fundamental Buddhist principles. Time as a window to the soul. The way someone spends their free time is another window into their soul. Imagine a person who dedicates their weekends to volunteering, spending quality time with loved ones, or pursuing personal growth through meditation and learning. These activities reflect a balanced and mindful approach to life, emphasizing the importance of compassion, karuna, loving kindness, metta, and continuous self-improvement. Now picture someone else who spends those same hours lost in endless scrolling, binge-watching shows, or indulging in trivial distractions. While leisure and relaxation are essential, excessive time wasted on unproductive pursuits often reflects a lack of direction or purpose. In Buddhist philosophy, such behavior can indicate attachment, upadana, to sensory pleasures and a neglect of the path toward enlightenment and inner peace. Buddhism reminds us to use time wisely, treating it as a gift not to be squandered. What do your own habits say about your priorities? How might you shift them to align more closely with your values? Mindful time management isn't just about self-discipline, it's also a measure of empathy. A person who respects the time of others demonstrates fairness and consideration, embodying the Buddhist principles of interdependence and mutual respect. Think about a professional who arrives prepared for meetings, sticks to schedules, and avoids unnecessary delays. Their actions show a clear acknowledgement of the collective effort required to work efficiently. On the other hand, those who waste others' time through poor preparation or a lack of accountability highlight a selfish disregard for shared efforts. Buddhism teaches that our actions affect not only ourselves, but also the broader community, emphasizing the importance of contributing positively to the collective well-being. Flexibility and adaptability, embracing impermanence. Flexibility, too, plays a crucial role in revealing character. Life is unpredictable, and even the best-laid plans can go awry. Here, the Buddhist secret lies in adaptability. How someone reacts to unexpected disruptions can be incredibly revealing. A person who handles last-minute changes with calm and grace demonstrates emotional resilience and a balanced outlook, embodying the Buddhist virtues of equanimity, upekkha, and mindfulness, sati. Picture two friends planning a trip. When the itinerary falls through, one calmly suggests alternatives while the other spirals into frustration. Which one would you rather rely on? Buddhism teaches us to accept what we cannot control, anicca, while acting wisely within the sphere of what we can, kamma. This acceptance is not passive resignation, but an active engagement with the present moment, guided by wisdom, panna, and compassion, karuna. Observing someone's relationship with time is like looking through a window into their character. Do they prioritize what truly matters? Are they reliable, considerate, and adaptable? Time, as Buddhism teaches, is a finite resource. Once spent, it cannot be recovered. Those who manage it wisely demonstrate not only personal maturity, but a profound respect for life itself and the people around them. Ask yourself, how do you treat your time and what does it say about you? By mastering this Buddhist insight, you can not only better understand others, but also refine your own approach to life, aligning it with your highest values. After all, as the Buddha said, your work is to discover your work, and then, with all your heart, to give yourself to it. Time management as a reflection of compassion and mindfulness. Time management in Buddhism is deeply intertwined with compassion and mindfulness. Efficient use of time reflects an individual's commitment to living ethically and cultivating mental clarity. When someone respects their time and the time of others, they are practicing right action, samma kammanta, and right mindfulness, samma sati, which are essential for reducing suffering and fostering a peaceful mind. A person who values their time wisely engages in activities that promote personal growth and benefit others. Volunteering, learning, and spending quality time with loved ones are all expressions of compassion and interconnectedness. These actions not only enhance their own spiritual journey, but also contribute positively to the community, embodying the Buddhist principle of interdependence, pratitya samutpada. Conversely, someone who squanders their time on trivial distractions may be missing opportunities for self-improvement and compassionate action. Buddhism teaches that time is an impermanent and precious resource that should be used wisely to cultivate wisdom, panna, and compassion, karuna. By reflecting on how we spend our time, we can align our actions with our deepest values and contribute to a more harmonious and enlightened society. Flexibility and emotional resilience in practice. Flexibility and adaptability are essential traits for navigating the uncertainties of life. In Buddhist practice, these traits are cultivated through mindfulness and meditation, which help individuals remain calm and centered in the face of change. Emotional resilience is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them with wisdom and compassion. A person who reacts calmly to unexpected disruptions demonstrates a deep understanding of the impermanent nature of life and the ability to maintain inner peace amidst chaos. This resilience is a testament to their spiritual maturity and their commitment to living mindfully. It reflects their ability to stay present, accept what is beyond their control, and respond with kindness and understanding. In contrast, someone who falls apart at the first sign of trouble may struggle with attachment and aversion, two fundamental causes of suffering in Buddhist philosophy. These individuals may find it difficult to let go of their expectations and may become overwhelmed by negative emotions. Buddhism teaches that by cultivating mindfulness and compassion, we can develop the flexibility and resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. The interconnectedness of time and character. Observing how someone manages their time and handles disruptions offers a profound insight into their character and spiritual state. Time in Buddhism is not just a measure of moments, but a reflection of our inner journey and our commitment to living ethically and mindfully. By paying attention to how others manage their time, we can better understand their values, priorities, and the depth of their compassion and wisdom. Moreover, our own relationship with time is a reflection of our spiritual journey. By striving to use our time wisely, honoring our commitments, and responding to disruptions with calm and grace, we align ourselves with the Buddhist path of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. This alignment not only enhances our personal well-being, but also contributes to the collective harmony and peace of the communities we are part of. Practical steps to cultivate mindful time management. To cultivate a mindful approach to time management, consider the following Buddhist-inspired practices. 1. Mindful planning. Start each day with a clear intention, prioritizing activities that align with your values and contribute to your personal growth and the well-being of others. 2. Ethical prioritization. Focus on actions that embody the principles of right action and right intention. Ensure that your commitments and activities reflect your dedication to living ethically and compassionately. 3. Meditation and reflection. Regular meditation can help you develop greater awareness of how you spend your time and identify areas where you can cultivate more mindfulness and compassion. 4. Embrace impermanence. Recognize that time is fleeting and that each moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness and compassion. Let go of attachments to past and future and focus on the present moment. 5. Compassionate scheduling. Respect the time of others by being punctual and prepared. Show consideration for others by honoring your commitments and avoiding unnecessary delays. 6. Adaptability practices. Develop flexibility by practicing acceptance and adaptability in the face of unexpected changes. Use disruptions as opportunities to practice mindfulness and emotional resilience. 7. Balanced leisure. Allocate time for activities that promote relaxation and personal growth. Balance leisure with meaningful pursuits that contribute to your spiritual and personal development. The ripple effect of mindful time management. When we manage our time mindfully, we create a ripple effect that extends beyond our individual lives. Our actions inspire others to adopt similar practices, fostering a culture of respect, compassion, and mindfulness. This collective shift can lead to more harmonious communities and a more peaceful world, reflecting the interconnectedness that Buddhism so deeply emphasizes. By embodying mindful time management, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of those around us. We become examples of how to live ethically and compassionately, demonstrating that true strength lies in our ability to manage our time with wisdom and grace. Conclusion: time as a reflection of inner peace and compassion. In conclusion, the way we manage our time reveals the depth of our character and our commitment to living mindfully and compassionately. Buddhism teaches that time is a precious and impermanent resource that should be used wisely to cultivate wisdom, compassion, and ethical conduct. By observing how others manage their time and reflecting on our own practices, we can align our actions with our highest values and contribute to a more harmonious and enlightened society. Ask yourself, how do you treat your time, and what does it say about you? By mastering this Buddhist insight, you can not only better understand others, but also refine your own approach to life, aligning it with your highest values. After all, as the Buddha said, your work is to discover your work, and then, with all your heart, to give yourself to it. Which of the following reveals the most about true personality? Comment 1 for how a person treats people who can't help them, 2 for how they handle minor inconveniences, or 3 for how they value time and commitment. Make sure to watch until the end. There's a surprising insight waiting for you. Number 4. Acting unseen. In the quiet moments when we believe no one is watching, our true character shines forth most clearly. This profound truth resonates deeply within Buddhist philosophy, which teaches that our actions, whether observed or not, shape our karma and influence our path towards enlightenment. The Buddha emphasized that living a life of mindfulness and compassion requires unwavering consistency, irrespective of external recognition or acknowledgement. This principle highlights that integrity is not measured by our deeds when we receive praise or face criticism, but by the intentions and actions we uphold in the absence of visible consequences. Consider the simple yet meaningful act of returning a shopping cart to its designated spot at a grocery store. In Buddhist teachings, this gesture embodies the practice of right action, a component of the Noble Eightfold Path that encourages us to act ethically and responsibly. When someone takes the time to return the cart, even amidst adverse conditions like rain or personal inconvenience, they demonstrate a profound respect for communal harmony and a dedication to ethical principles over immediate comfort. This small act becomes a reflection of their commitment to creating a peaceful and orderly environment for all. On the contrary, leaving the cart to wander aimlessly in the parking lot signifies a lack of mindfulness and an inclination to prioritize personal ease over the collective well-being of the community. Public spaces often serve as silent stages where our character is unconsciously displayed. Environments such as communal areas, parks, or shared workplaces are microcosms of society where individual actions contribute to the overall harmony. A person who tidies up after themselves without needing reminders or seeking acknowledgement exhibits a sense of accountability and mindfulness. This act of maintaining cleanliness, though seemingly minor, signals an understanding that each of us plays a vital role in sustaining order and fairness. Neglecting such responsibilities, however, indicates a lack of respect for others and a disregard for the interconnectedness that binds us all. Similarly, caring for shared resources, whether it's refilling an empty coffee pot in an office or properly disposing of trash, reflects an awareness of how our personal actions impact the collective environment and the lives of those around us. Honesty in unobserved situations stands as one of the purest demonstrations of integrity within Buddhist ethics. When someone finds a wallet or a valuable item and chooses to return it or report it, rather than keeping it for personal gain, they act in alignment with a moral compass that transcends immediate self-interest. Such decisions mirror the Buddhist understanding that our actions generate karma, influencing our future experiences and spiritual journey. By choosing honesty in scenarios where deceit might go unnoticed, a person showcases a commitment to virtuous living. Conversely, succumbing to dishonesty in the absence of accountability reveals a willingness to compromise ethical standards for transient benefits, undermining the trustworthiness that is central to one's character and spiritual growth. The workplace offers another lens through which unseen actions can speak volumes about our true selves. An employee who consistently meets deadlines, acknowledges the contributions of teammates, and maintains high standards even when supervisors aren't watching exemplifies reliability and integrity. Their actions resonate with the Buddhist principle of right effort, dedicating oneself to diligent and purposeful work. In contrast, those who cut corners, shirk responsibilities, or claim undue credit in unmonitored scenarios reveal a lack of self-motivation and ethical commitment. Such individuals often erode trust within their communities, proving themselves inconsistent and unreliable in both significant and minor matters, thereby affecting the collective harmony and productivity of the workplace. Small, selfless acts performed without the expectation of recognition carry profound meaning and further illuminate our true character from a Buddhist standpoint. Donating anonymously, standing up for someone in distress, or offering help to a stranger without broadcasting the deed reflects an intrinsic commitment to compassion and altruism. These actions align with the Buddhist virtue of dana, generosity, which encourages giving without attachment to rewards. They serve as reminders that true virtue is its own reward, regardless of whether others acknowledge or repay it. Quiet acts of kindness demonstrate that an individual's moral compass is guided not by external validation, but by an unwavering belief in the inherent goodness and interconnectedness of all beings. The choices we make in private profoundly shape who we are in public, a concept deeply embedded in Buddhist teachings. The habits we form when unobserved, whether they involve acts of kindness, responsibility, or honesty, create a foundation for how we navigate life's broader challenges. The Buddha taught that every decision, no matter how small or unseen, contributes to the accumulation of positive or negative karma, influencing our future states of being. By observing how people behave when they believe no one is watching, we uncover their deepest values and priorities. Moreover, these reflections invite us to examine our own unseen actions, challenging us to align our private behavior with the ethical principles we profess in public. In the modern age, where surveillance and social media have transformed public behavior into a performance, the concept of unseen integrity becomes even more critical, urging us to maintain our ethical standards regardless of external pressures or expectations. Modern Buddhist practice teaches us that our true worth is not defined by likes, followers, or external accolades, but by our ability to remain true to our principles and compassionate nature regardless of recognition. Returning the shopping cart, cleaning up after oneself, and honoring commitments in private might seem inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, yet these choices define the very fabric of one's character. They remind us that the cultivation of integrity and mindfulness begins with the smallest, most personal decisions, building a foundation for a life guided by virtue and inner peace. Living with this awareness transforms how we engage with the world. Instead of seeking external validation, we begin to focus on living in alignment with our values, finding satisfaction in knowing we've done the right thing, even when no one is watching. By striving for consistency between our private actions and public persona, we embody the essence of integrity and compassion, setting an example for others while fortifying our own sense of self-worth. This alignment, as Buddhist teachings suggest, is the cornerstone of a meaningful and harmonious life, one where our actions resonate not only in the moment, but also in the enduring impact they leave on ourselves and the world around us. Number 5. Handling power. Power, in all its forms, serves as a profound test of character, revealing the depths of an individual's values, maturity, and sense of responsibility. In Buddhist philosophy, power acts as a mirror that reflects one's true nature, illuminating virtues or exposing flaws. Whether it manifests as the authority of a team leader, influence within personal relationships, or the subtle power of holding privileged information, the manner in which one handles power speaks volumes about inner strength and ethical grounding. The Buddha taught that power should be wielded with mindfulness and compassion, recognizing that all actions generate karma, influencing one's path towards enlightenment. True worth, as emphasized in Buddhist teachings, is not measured by external achievements or the exertion of control over others, but by the alignment of one's actions with ethical principles and the cultivation of inner peace. Power rooted in compassion and mindfulness. When power is rooted in compassion and mindfulness, it uplifts not only the individual, but also those around them, fostering trust, collaboration, and mutual respect. A person who wields power with humility and a spirit of service exemplifies the highest form of leadership in Buddhist terms. For instance, consider a team leader entrusted with responsibility. If they prioritize the collective good by engaging with their team, understanding individual strengths, and addressing challenges with empathy, they create an environment of empowerment and harmony. This approach aligns with the Buddhist principle of right action, acting ethically and with consideration for the well-being of all beings. Such leadership builds trust and fosters a culture where every member feels valued and motivated, reflecting the Buddhist ideal of interdependence, recognizing that each person's well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others. By nurturing an environment of mutual support and respect, leaders embody the Buddhist virtues of loving kindness, metta, and compassion, karuna, creating a positive and harmonious workplace. The misuse of power. A path to suffering. Conversely, the misuse of power reveals insecurity and a lack of ethical grounding, leading to personal and communal suffering. Individuals who misuse power, whether through belittling others, withholding resources, or asserting control unnecessarily, demonstrate a lack of mindfulness and compassion. In Buddhist terms, such actions generate negative karma, perpetuating cycles of suffering and disharmony. These individuals often prioritize personal gain over the well-being of others, sowing discord, diminishing their credibility, and eroding relationships. The Buddha taught that attachment to power and control is a root cause of suffering. When individuals equate power with superiority, they become attached to their status and ego, leading to actions that are harmful to themselves and others. This misalignment with ethical principles results in a fractured community and personal turmoil, reinforcing the Buddhist insight that true freedom comes from mastering oneself rather than exerting control over others. Handling privileged information with integrity. Even in seemingly minor contexts, the handling of power through privileged information can unveil the essence of one's character. In Buddhist ethics, integrity is paramount, and the responsible use of information aligns with the principle of right speech, communicating truthfully and constructively. When someone holds privileged information and chooses to share it responsibly or keep it confidential when necessary, they demonstrate integrity and respect for others. For example, an individual who responsibly shares sensitive information to benefit the collective or preserves confidentiality to protect others exemplifies ethical behavior. Conversely, using such information to gossip, manipulate, or undermine trust highlights a lack of ethical grounding and mindfulness. These small decisions, often unnoticed by the wider world, have profound ripple effects, reinforcing that true character is revealed in moments of subtlety rather than spectacle. Compassionate leadership under pressure. Compassion in positions of power is a vital measure of character, often shining brightest in moments of pressure. a manager faced with a tough decision who takes the time to listen to differing perspectives and empathize with those affected demonstrates emotional intelligence and moral clarity. This approach aligns with the Buddhist virtue of equanimity, upekkha, maintaining a balanced and compassionate mindset even in challenging situations. By balancing fairness with firmness, such leaders not only resolve conflicts more effectively, but also inspire respect and loyalty. Their actions resonate with the Buddhist teachings on right effort, diligently applying oneself to ethical conduct and the well-being of others. This compassionate approach to leadership fosters a supportive and resilient community where individuals feel understood and valued. Power in personal relationships. Power also manifests in personal relationships, where its influence may seem less obvious, but is no less impactful. In friendships, family, or romantic partnerships, moments of influence frequently arise. Do we use these opportunities to uplift, offer support, or nurture the bond? Or do we exploit them for personal gain, manipulating others to achieve our ends? Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of right intention, acting with benevolence and goodwill towards others. Fairness and consideration in interactions build trust and strengthen the bonds that form the foundation of meaningful connections. For instance, in a disagreement with a partner, handling the situation calmly and avoiding coercion or emotional manipulation reflects strength of character and emotional maturity. These everyday moments embody the Buddhist principles of mindfulness and compassion, teaching us to act with both wisdom and empathy. Power as a tool for positive change. Power is neither inherently good nor bad. It is merely a tool whose value depends on how it is wielded. In Buddhist philosophy, power should be viewed as a responsibility rather than a privilege, a means to promote harmony, support others, and foster personal and collective growth. This perspective encourages individuals to reflect on how they perceive and exercise the power they hold, aligning their actions with ethical principles and compassionate intentions. The Buddha taught that our actions, motivated by wholesome or unwholesome intentions, generate karma that shapes our future experiences. By viewing power through the lens of right action and right intention, individuals can use their influence to create positive change, uplift others, and embody the virtues that lead to enlightenment. When power is exercised with wisdom, humility, and empathy, it becomes a force for good, contributing to the well-being of the community and the cultivation of inner virtue. Observing and reflecting on our use of power. Observing how someone handles power not only reveals their character, but also challenges us to examine our own actions and intentions. The truest measure of character shines in these moments, when our influence, however great or small, has the potential to either build or destroy. In Buddhist practice, self-reflection and mindfulness are essential for understanding the impact of our actions and aligning them with our highest ideals. By reflecting on how we use power, we can strive to embody the Buddhist virtues of compassion, wisdom, and ethical conduct. This self-awareness encourages us to use power responsibly, ensuring that our actions contribute to harmony and reduce suffering. It invites us to become better versions of ourselves, capable of wielding power as a tool for growth, harmony, and service. The legacy of compassionate power. Those who use power with wisdom, humility, and empathy leave a legacy of trust and inspiration, embodying the best of what Buddhist teachings offer in navigating both personal and professional relationships. By observing these behaviors in others and striving to emulate them ourselves, we not only better understand the nature of character, but also take meaningful steps toward personal and collective transformation. In modern life, where leadership is often equated with assertiveness and decisiveness, Buddhist principles remind us of the importance of humanity and ethical grounding. Compassionate leadership, grounded in mindfulness and ethical conduct, fosters environments where individuals thrive and communities flourish. This approach transforms how we engage with the world, shifting the focus from seeking external validation to living in alignment with our values and ethical principles. Aligning power with ethical principles. The Buddhist path teaches that true empowerment comes from aligning our actions with ethical principles and cultivating inner virtues. Power, when exercised mindfully and compassionately, becomes a means to support others, promote justice, and create a harmonious environment. This alignment between power and ethical conduct is essential for personal growth and the well-being of the community. By striving for consistency between our private actions and public persona, we embody the essence of integrity and compassion, setting an example for others while fortifying our own sense of self-worth. This alignment is the cornerstone of a meaningful and harmonious life, one where our actions resonate not only in the moment, but also in the enduring impact they leave on ourselves and the world around us. In essence, power serves as a profound reflection of our true character within Buddhist philosophy. It challenges us to act with mindfulness, compassion, and ethical integrity, revealing our deepest values and priorities. By wielding power responsibly and compassionately, we contribute to a more harmonious and just world, embodying the Buddhist virtues that lead to personal and collective enlightenment. Through mindful reflection and compassionate action, we can transform power into a force for good, fostering environments where trust, collaboration, and mutual respect thrive. In doing so, we not only reveal our true character, but also inspire others to cultivate the same virtues, creating a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond our individual actions. Embracing power as a tool for growth, harmony, and service aligns us with the highest ideals of Buddhism, guiding us toward a life of ethical fulfillment and spiritual enlightenment. Applying the 5 observations. Number 1. Assessing others. Understanding someone's true character isn't about their grand gestures on a big stage, but rather the quiet, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that consistent actions in these small, routine interactions reveal far more than any isolated deed. Whether observing someone at work, in social settings, or during casual encounters, these patterns provide profound insights into their nature. So, how can you use these moments to truly assess someone's character? Let's explore this through the lens of Buddhism. Compassion in everyday interactions. Start by noticing how people treat those who can offer them nothing in return. Service workers, custodians, or strangers on the street. In Buddhism, acts of kindness and compassion towards all beings, regardless of their status, are paramount. A person who acknowledges others with gratitude, politeness, or even a small smile embodies the Buddhist virtues of metta, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion. These small gestures reflect a deep respect for humanity and an understanding of our interconnectedness. In contrast, someone who dismisses or mistreats others in these situations often reveals a lack of empathy or mindfulness. For example, a friend who consistently thanks waitstaff and engages with them kindly is more likely to be trustworthy and compassionate than someone who habitually complains or acts entitled. Such behavior aligns with the Buddhist teaching that our actions, no matter how small, contribute to our karma and affect our journey toward enlightenment. Mindfulness in handling inconveniences. Another way to gauge character is by observing how someone handles minor inconveniences. Imagine standing in a long line with them or facing a slight delay. Do they laugh it off and stay composed? Or do they grow irritable and lash out? Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness and emotional regulation as essential for maintaining inner peace. Those who can maintain their composure under small pressures often display resilience and self-awareness, key aspects of Buddhist maturity. Consider the last time someone lost their temper over a minor issue like slow internet. Did their reaction suggest they'd handle life's bigger challenges with grace? In Buddhist practice, such patience and equanimity are signs of spiritual growth and understanding that suffering often arises from our reactions rather than external circumstances. Collaborative harmony in the workplace. Workplaces also provide a revealing view of character. How does a colleague collaborate with others? Do they credit teammates fairly, communicate respectfully, and elevate the group? Or do they dominate conversations and take credit for others' work? Those who engage with humility and cooperative spirit align with the Buddhist principles of right speech and right action, acting ethically and fostering harmonious relationships. Think about the type of person you'd want alongside you during a high-stakes project. Someone cooperative or someone self-serving? A Buddhist approach to work emphasizes interdependence, recognizing that our success is tied to the well-being of our colleagues. Individuals who support and uplift others create a positive and productive environment, reflecting inner virtues of kindness and integrity, respect and presence in social settings. Social settings offer additional insights. A friend who shows up on time, listens actively, and engages in meaningful conversation signals respect and reliability. This behavior resonates with the Buddhist practice of right mindfulness, being fully present and attentive in each moment. Contrast this with someone who frequently interrupts, seems distracted, or consistently arrives late. It often reflects a lack of consideration for others and a distracted mind. These patterns, observed over time, reveal deeper truths about priorities and values. A friend who is fully present leaves you feeling valued and connected, whereas someone glued to their phone during your time together may communicate that their attention lies elsewhere. In Buddhism, such mindful presence is essential for building genuine and meaningful relationships, cultivating inner virtues through everyday actions. The habits we form in everyday moments, whether acts of kindness, patience, or respect, create a foundation for our broader character and spiritual journey. Buddhism teaches that every action, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, contributes to our karma and shapes our path toward enlightenment. By observing how people behave in these quiet moments, we uncover their deepest values and priorities. Moreover, these reflections invite us to examine our own unseen actions, challenging us to align our private behavior with the ethical principles we uphold publicly. In a world where actions are often performed for external validation, maintaining inner integrity becomes even more critical. Buddhist teachings encourage us to cultivate virtues that remain steadfast regardless of recognition, fostering a life of genuine compassion and mindfulness. Number 2. Personal growth. Personal growth is an inward journey of reflection and outward alignment, where understanding others becomes a mirror for self-improvement. The 5 Buddhist-inspired principles, how we treat others, manage inconveniences, value time, act in private, and handle power, are not just tools for assessing others, but guideposts for becoming the best version of ourselves. The Buddha wisely taught that no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path, emphasizing that growth begins with self-awareness and the courage to improve. These principles are timeless, yet profoundly relevant in modern life, where distractions and external pressures often pull us away from our true values. The first step is to evaluate how you treat people who cannot benefit you. Do you consistently offer kindness and respect to everyone, regardless of their role or status? Small gestures like thanking a cashier or holding a door open might seem trivial, but they reveal deeper values. The Buddha's teaching, thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared, reminds us that the way we treat others reflects the mindfulness and compassion we cultivate. By fostering a habit of treating everyone with dignity, you not only strengthen relationships, but also build self-respect, knowing your actions align with your principles. Next, consider how you handle life's small inconveniences, from traffic jams to long lines. These moments test patience and emotional resilience, revealing whether you control your reactions or let minor frustrations dominate your mood. Buddhism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our perspective and response. As the Buddha said, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Framing these challenges as opportunities to practice grace and mindfulness strengthens your ability to navigate larger difficulties with calm and composure. By approaching inconveniences with patience and acceptance, you cultivate inner peace and reduce the impact of external stresses on your well-being. Time management is another key element of personal growth. Reflect on whether you honor commitments, arrive on time, and respect others' schedules. These actions build trust and demonstrate reliability, showing that you value not just your own time, but also that of others. If time management is an area of struggle, setting clear priorities and creating consistent routines can help you align your actions with your values. The Buddha's reminder, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment, underscores the importance of living intentionally, making the most of the time we have while respecting others' efforts. By being present and punctual, you honor both yourself and those around you, fostering a sense of mutual respect and trust. Private actions are perhaps the most authentic reflection of character. What you do when no one is watching reveals the values you truly live by. Do you act with integrity, honor commitments, and maintain honesty even when cutting corners might go unnoticed? These small, unseen choices lay the foundation for the person you are in public and during larger challenges. The Buddha taught that true virtue is performed without expectation of reward, encouraging us to align private behavior with public values, creating a life of authenticity and moral strength. By practicing ethical conduct in private, you cultivate inner harmony and a clear conscience, which in turn supports your interactions and decisions in the public sphere. How you handle power, no matter how small, speaks volumes about your growth. Power can appear in subtle forms, leading a team, influencing decisions, or guiding others. Do you use power to support and uplift, or let it inflate your ego? True leadership stems from humility and a commitment to serve others. The Buddha observed, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, 'We did it ourselves.'" This reminds us that the responsibility of power lies in self-discipline and empathy. Even small actions like giving credit where it's due or listening attentively demonstrate strong character and build trust. By wielding power with compassion and mindfulness, you create environments where others feel valued and empowered, fostering collective growth and harmony. Personal growth is not about achieving perfection, but about making consistent progress. The Buddha encourages us, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. This means embracing vulnerability and acknowledging flaws as a natural part of growth. By turning these observations inward, you create a framework for intentional self-improvement, where every act of kindness, moment of patience, and commitment to integrity brings you closer to your ideals. In Buddhism, the focus is on aligning actions with values, fostering resilience, and embracing the present moment. Each day presents opportunities to practice kindness, patience, honesty, and humility. These small choices shape not just who we are, but the environment we create for others. By committing to this path, you inspire those around you and cultivate a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. Moreover, Buddhism teaches the interconnectedness of all beings, encouraging us to see personal growth as part of a larger tapestry of collective well-being. By embodying these principles, you contribute to a more compassionate and mindful society. This alignment between inner development and outward actions fosters a sense of harmony and balance, essential for both personal and communal flourishing. As you grow, you become a beacon of the very values you seek to embody, creating a positive ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate circle. In essence, personal growth through a Buddhist lens involves a continuous process of self-reflection and compassionate action. It requires us to be mindful of our interactions, resilient in the face of challenges, respectful of time and commitments, honest in our private actions, and humble in our use of power. By embracing these principles, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of those around us. This journey of growth is a testament to the transformative power of mindfulness and compassion, guiding us toward a life of greater harmony, purpose, and fulfillment. Number 3. Leadership. Leadership is not merely about managing tasks or achieving goals. It is fundamentally about shaping character, inspiring others, and creating an environment where people feel valued and empowered. The Buddhist principles of compassion, mindfulness, respect, integrity, and the wise use of influence form the foundation of true leadership. A leader's character is reflected not only in their accomplishments, but also in how they treat others, handle challenges, and uphold values when no one is watching. As the Buddha wisely taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. This timeless truth underscores the impact of a leader's inner discipline on their outer actions and influence. A great leader sets the tone for their team by demonstrating respect for everyone, regardless of position. Imagine a CEO who, after a company event, personally thanks the cleaning staff for their work. Such acts of humility and gratitude foster an atmosphere of mutual respect, inspiring others to follow suit. When leaders model this behavior, they cultivate a workplace culture where kindness and collaboration thrive. On the other hand, a leader who overlooks the contributions of others or only shows respect to higher-ups sends a clear, damaging message about their priorities. Leadership is not about commanding respect, but about earning it through consistent, authentic actions that uplift others. The ability to remain composed during setbacks is another hallmark of exceptional leadership. In any organization, unexpected challenges such as missed deadlines or client rejections are inevitable. A leader who maintains their calm and focuses on solutions creates stability, empowering their team to stay motivated and resourceful. Picture a manager faced with a sudden project failure who reassures their team, identifies the lessons learned, and collaboratively crafts a new strategy. This approach diffuses stress and reinforces trust. Conversely, a leader who panics or reacts with frustration risks demoralizing their team, eroding their confidence and productivity. Buddhism teaches the importance of equanimity, the ability to remain balanced and composed regardless of external circumstances. This emotional stability allows leaders to navigate challenges with grace and clarity, inspiring their teams to do the same. Mindfulness in time management is another key element of personal growth and effective leadership. Reflect on whether you honor commitments, arrive on time, and respect others' schedules. These actions build trust and demonstrate reliability, showing that you value not just your own time, but also that of others. If time management is an area of struggle, setting clear priorities and creating consistent routines can help you align your actions with your values. The Buddha's teaching, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment," underscores the importance of living intentionally, making the most of the time we have while respecting others' efforts. By being present and punctual, you honor both yourself and those around you, fostering a sense of mutual respect and trust. Integrity in private actions is another essential element of leadership. What a leader does when they think no one is watching speaks volumes about their character. Employees are remarkably perceptive, and they take cues from their leaders' behaviors, both seen and unseen. For instance, a leader who handles confidential information with care or credits team members for their ideas builds trust and loyalty. On the flip side, one who takes credit for others' work or bends ethical boundaries for personal gain destroys morale and credibility. The Buddha taught that true virtue is performed without expectation of reward, encouraging us to align private behavior with public values, creating a life of authenticity and moral strength. Leaders who embody this principle earn the unwavering respect of their team, fostering a culture of honesty and ethical conduct. How a leader handles influence reveals the essence of their character. Influence is a tool that can either uplift or oppress, depending on how it is wielded. A leader who empowers their team by delegating meaningful tasks, celebrating achievements, and mentoring individuals creates a thriving, innovative environment. Think of a leader who consistently recognizes their team's efforts during meetings or provides growth opportunities for those under their guidance. Such actions build trust and inspire commitment. Conversely, leaders who micromanage, hoard credit, or prioritize their own advancement create a toxic atmosphere that stifles creativity and breeds resentment. Buddhism emphasizes the wise use of influence, encouraging leaders to act with compassion and mindfulness, ensuring that their actions contribute positively to the well-being of their teams and the broader community. Buddhist teachings remind us that true leadership is not about exercising authority, but about serving others with humility, empathy, and resilience. Leaders who apply these principles cultivate workplaces rooted in respect, integrity, and collaboration, where individuals are encouraged to grow and succeed. Reflecting on questions such as, how do you treat others when no one is watching? How do you react to setbacks? And how do you use your influence to inspire or discourage? By contemplating these questions and embracing Buddhist principles, you can not only lead with purpose, but also leave a lasting legacy of trust and empowerment. Leadership is not just a role, it is a responsibility to bring out the best in others while striving to be the best version of yourself. Personal growth, from a Buddhist perspective, involves continuous self-reflection and the cultivation of inner virtues that translate into outward actions. It is about aligning your intentions with your actions, ensuring that every decision you make is grounded in compassion, mindfulness, and ethical integrity. This alignment fosters an environment where trust and respect flourish, enabling teams to work harmoniously towards common goals. By embodying Buddhist values such as loving kindness, compassion, and right action, leaders inspire their teams to adopt similar principles, creating a ripple effect of positive change throughout the organization. Moreover, Buddhism teaches the interconnectedness of all beings, emphasizing that the well-being of each individual contributes to the collective harmony of the group. A leader who understands and respects this interconnectedness fosters a sense of unity and shared purpose, motivating their team to collaborate and support one another. This holistic approach to leadership not only enhances productivity, but also nurtures a supportive and inclusive workplace culture. In essence, leadership through a Buddhist lens is about more than just achieving results. It is about fostering an environment where every individual feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best. It is about leading with compassion, maintaining inner peace amidst challenges, managing time with mindfulness, acting with unwavering integrity, and using influence to uplift others. By embracing these principles, leaders can create a legacy of trust, respect, and positive impact, guiding their teams and organizations toward a more harmonious and fulfilling future. Number 4. Personal relationships. Personal relationships are at the heart of a fulfilling life, and they reveal much about our values and priorities. The way we interact with family, friends, or partners showcases our character, especially in everyday moments. According to Buddhist philosophy, it's the consistent small acts, more than grand gestures, that create strong bonds and enduring trust. Mutual kindness, for instance, forms the foundation of any relationship. Consider a couple where one partner regularly acknowledges the other's efforts, like expressing gratitude for a home-cooked meal or assisting with daily chores. Such actions may seem small, but they build emotional security over time, reflecting the Buddhist virtues of metta, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion. These daily expressions of appreciation nurture a deep sense of connection and mutual respect, essential for lasting relationships. Similarly, in friendships, being consistently thoughtful and attentive, even during mundane moments, nurtures reliability and trust. How someone treats others, whether it's a waiter, a cashier, or even a stranger, also offers a glimpse into their capacity for respect and empathy. Would you trust someone who is rude to a server to be considerate when things get tough in your relationship? Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of right speech and right action, encouraging us to act with kindness and mindfulness in all interactions. Handling minor inconveniences together is another way to assess the health of a relationship. Life inevitably throws challenges our way, like a delayed flight, a misplaced item, or a stressful day at work. How do those close to you react in these moments? A friend who lightens the mood with humor, or a partner who stays calm during an argument, shows emotional stability and a commitment to the relationship. On the other hand, someone who lashes out or withdraws at the first sign of stress may struggle to maintain balance when larger issues arise, highlighting the importance of equanimity and mindfulness in sustaining healthy relationships. Picture this. You and a friend plan a road trip, but halfway through, the car breaks down. One person jokes, "Adventure starts now," while the other spirals into frustration. Which one would you trust to help weather life's ups and downs? Time management, too, plays a critical role in personal relationships. People who prioritize quality time, even when busy, demonstrate that they value and cherish their connections. Think of a partner who sets aside distractions to plan a meaningful date night, or a friend who consistently checks in with a heartfelt message despite their hectic schedule. These small acts of prioritization show that the relationship matters deeply to them. Conversely, someone who frequently cancels plans or arrives late without regard for others' feelings sends a different message, that your time and perhaps the relationship may not hold much value to them. Do you make enough time for the people who matter in your life, or could your actions signal neglect, even unintentionally? Buddhism teaches the importance of right mindfulness and right effort, encouraging us to be present and intentional in our interactions, thereby strengthening our bonds with others. Integrity is another cornerstone of strong relationships. Trust is built through honesty and respect, even in private actions. For example, a friend who keeps your secrets or a partner who fulfills promises, even when it would be easier not to, demonstrates reliability. On the contrary, gossiping about a friend or breaking a commitment undermines the trust necessary for a healthy bond. Imagine promising a partner you'll handle an important errand, then forgetting it entirely. Do you own up to the mistake and make amends, or do you shrug it off? Such moments, though small, define how much respect we hold for those we care about. The Buddha taught that true virtue is performed without expectation of reward, encouraging us to align our actions with ethical principles both publicly and privately. This alignment fosters a sense of inner harmony and trust, essential for nurturing meaningful relationships. Power dynamics within relationships also reveal character. Whether it's a friendship where one person has greater social influence or a romantic relationship where one partner handles more decisions, how these dynamics are managed says a lot. Someone who uses their position to manipulate or control others creates an unhealthy imbalance, but a person who approaches power with humility and fairness fosters mutual respect. Think about a friend who generously shares their resources without expecting anything in return, compared to someone who subtly leverages their advantages to dominate. Which type of relationship feels more balanced and secure? By observing and practicing these principles, you can cultivate deeper and more meaningful connections. Buddhism emphasizes interdependence and equanimity, encouraging us to use our influence to uplift others rather than to assert control, thereby fostering environments of mutual respect and cooperation. These values don't just strengthen the bonds you have with others. They inspire reciprocity, encouraging those around you to meet you with the same effort and care. Strong relationships thrive on mutual respect and shared effort, and they often reflect our ability to live in alignment with our ideals. The Buddhist secrets to understanding and building these connections lie in recognizing patterns and actions rather than words, and striving to embody the values we wish to see in others. What kind of relationships are you nurturing, and what do they say about the person you are becoming? By integrating Buddhist principles such as mindfulness, compassion, and ethical integrity into your daily interactions, you not only enhance your personal relationships, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world. Embracing these teachings encourages continuous self-improvement and the cultivation of inner virtues, leading to more fulfilling and resilient connections with those around you. In essence, personal relationships, viewed through a Buddhist lens, become a powerful avenue for personal growth and the manifestation of our highest values, creating a life enriched with meaningful and supportive bonds. Number 5. Guiding future generations. Teaching the next generation to embody strong values and principles is perhaps the greatest legacy we can leave behind, for it ensures that the ideals of integrity, resilience, and wisdom endure beyond our own lives. The 5 observations of character, how we treat others, manage inconveniences, value time, act with integrity, and handle power, serve as timeless guideposts for shaping young minds. By instilling these principles, we empower children and young adults to navigate life with empathy, self-discipline, and a moral compass that aligns with the teachings of Buddhism. As the Buddha wisely taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create, capturing the essence of leading by example, which is the cornerstone of teaching values to future generations. The journey begins with teaching kindness and fairness, values that lay the foundation for empathy and social awareness. Encourage children to treat everyone with respect, regardless of their role or relationship. Simple habits like saying please and thank you, offering help to a struggling peer, or including others in play are small acts that foster a lifelong habit of compassion. These lessons are absorbed most effectively when modeled by adults. For instance, when parents consistently treat service workers or neighbors with respect, children internalize these behaviors, understanding that kindness is not contingent on status or reward, but is a fundamental human value. As the Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared, a principle that young minds can carry into every interaction. Teaching resilience in the face of minor inconveniences is another critical aspect of preparing children for life's inevitable challenges. Whether it's losing a game, facing a delay, or dealing with disappointment, these moments provide opportunities to build patience and adaptability. Guiding a child to stay calm and find solutions when their toy breaks or a plan changes teaches problem-solving and emotional regulation. These small exercises prepare them for larger obstacles, reinforcing the Buddhist principle of focusing on what is within their control. The Buddha taught, "Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional," emphasizing that while difficulties are a part of life, our reactions to them determine our level of suffering. This becomes a practical tool they can use to maintain composure and perspective in both small and significant challenges. By approaching setbacks with a mindful attitude, children learn to view obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Time management and respect for commitments are equally important lessons. Teaching children to value their own time and that of others builds discipline, reliability, and accountability. Simple practices such as setting routines for schoolwork, chores, or extracurricular activities help instill habits that will serve them throughout their lives. Encouraging punctuality in the fulfillment of promises teaches them the importance of honoring their word and respecting the efforts of others. The Buddha's teaching, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment," underscores the finite nature of time and the importance of using it wisely, a lesson that resonates deeply when shared with younger generations. By being present and punctual, children learn to honor both themselves and those around them, fostering a sense of mutual respect and trust. Integrity, perhaps the most vital of all lessons, is best taught through both instruction and demonstration. Encouraging children to do the right thing, even when no one is watching, shapes their moral framework. Whether it's returning a found item, admitting a mistake, or standing up for what is right, these moments teach them that integrity is not about convenience, but about living consistently with their values. Praise for honesty and responsibility reinforces the idea that character is built on everyday choices. The Buddha emphasized that true virtue is performed without expectation of reward, encouraging us to align our actions with ethical principles, both publicly and privately. This alignment fosters a sense of inner harmony and trust, essential for nurturing meaningful relationships. Power dynamics within relationships also reveal character. Whether it's a friendship where one person has greater social influence or a romantic relationship where one partner handles more decisions, how these dynamics are managed says a lot. Someone who uses their position to manipulate or control others creates an unhealthy imbalance, but a person who approaches power with humility and fairness fosters mutual respect. Think about a friend who generously shares their resources without expecting anything in return, compared to someone who subtly leverages their advantages to dominate. Which type of relationship feels more balanced and secure? By observing and practicing these principles, you can cultivate deeper and more meaningful connections. Buddhism emphasizes interdependence and equanimity, encouraging us to use our influence to uplift others rather than to assert control, thereby fostering environments of mutual respect and cooperation. Conversations about fairness and equality further prepare children to wield influence responsibly in adulthood. The Buddha taught that, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life, highlighting the importance of nurturing inner virtues to handle external responsibilities. Teaching children to handle power with humility and fairness ensures they grow into leaders who uplift others rather than dominate. This is reinforced by teachings such as, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, 'We did it ourselves,'" which underscores the importance of servant leadership, a concept deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy. By instilling these principles in the next generation, we prepare them to lead with integrity, face challenges with resilience, and contribute to their communities with wisdom and compassion. The 5 observations provide a practical, timeless framework for building character, ensuring that future generations are equipped to navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and purpose. Buddhism, with its emphasis on mindfulness, compassion, and ethical living, serves as both a philosophy and a guide for teaching young people to live meaningfully, leaving a legacy that reflects the best of our shared humanity. As we conclude, remember the 5 observations we've explored: how people treat others, handle stress, value time, act with integrity, and manage power. These simple yet profound principles not only help us assess the character of those around us, but also guide us in becoming better versions of ourselves. The Buddha wisely said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." So take these lessons from Buddhism and apply them to your daily life, whether in your personal growth, relationships, or leadership journey. How will you use these insights to shape your actions and mindset? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation together. If you found value in today's video, like, share, and subscribe to Cultivate Compassion in your life for more insights to help you live with purpose and mindfulness.